Alright, hello everybody. Um, it's been a second since I last streamed, but hello, welcome. Um, a lot has happened since the last time I streamed. Mostly personal stuff. Mostly just within my living space. Rearranged my entire room setup, so I don't know if anybody cares to do this. It's just completely different. It's a lot smaller. You can see the edge of it. You can see like the desk stops right here. I used to have a really long desk. But yeah, I've rearranged my room so that I just have more walking around space. And then I thought, I do have a VR headset, and so I'm thinking that could be further content to make. Who knows? But anyway, welcome everybody. Today we're gonna be building the the Grand Ship Collection. Did I write Grand Line on the thing? Is that what I wrote? If I go to Twitch. No. If I go to twitch.tv. Let me turn that off for a second. Not that one. Oh yeah, we're building the model kit. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I had that correct. Anyway, we're gonna be building the Grand Ship Collection Going Merry. Um, Thank you to my lovely girlfriend who got this for me. Um, and I told her I would build it. If I were to build that, I'm gonna be building it on stream. And today's the day. Um, as usual, I have my little flyers right here. And today, just to mix it up, I know I usually play like the random like royalty-free regular old music. Um, I found some tavern music, so this is courtesy of Celtic Music World. So we're just gonna be playing music from them. Um, I'm pretty sure it's royalty-free. If it's not, then this whole video will be like silence. But yes, as far as I'm aware, it's 10 hours of royalty-free music. Also, apologies if you can hear. I assume you can hear my fan going off in the background. It's very hot here, so I have the fan going. But if I stop talking, I don't think you can hear it. Yeah, it shouldn't be picking up that audio, but who knows? We'll see. Anyways, we're just gonna get started right here. Let me know if the music is too loud or too quiet or whatever. Anyway, uh, so I took the time to open this up, but not really like open up the little trees, the stands. I keep forgetting what they're called. I keep calling them trees. That's not what they're called. But I did get a preview of what it looks like. So here's a little instruction manual. It's not a booklet like I'm used to. It's like a giant, like, fold out thing. I don't. From my understanding, this is not a very complicated build. It's a relatively small looking ship. Yeah, trays. That's what they're called. I keep calling them trees. Trays. So yeah, there's not a lot of these. It's 4 trays from what it says. So it shouldn't take us that long. I think the thing that will take a lot longer is the stigmas. So do I have everything with me? I might have forgot one. Guess I didn't. Oh, there it is. Found it. I also have my little grooming kit, which I literally just bought because it comes with tweezers. But we might need those tweezers when we're doing sticker applications since this thing's clipped. Yeah, so 4 trays in total. Like this thing should be pretty complicated. Who knows? So this should be a very cool. Let's see. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Saturday. But yes, I made a lot of changes with my setup here. My little computer area is a lot smaller than I'm used to. It is actually extremely reminiscent of the way my room was set up before, like a long, long time ago. Because back then I used to have actually a brown desk, very similar to this. That was just shoved in the corner of my bed, and I did not have a desktop computer back then, but I do now. So I'm very wary of the space. The thing that I was really worried about was that, so this desk is from IKEA, and I was just really worried that the smaller desk if my PC would be too heavy for it or something, you know. But this one looked very, very sturdy. And to be fair, the long desk I had looked a lot more flimsy, looked a lot more flimsy than my current desk. Like this desk, because of how small it is, actually feels a bit more stable than the last time, or the last desk that I had. So no fears there. Yeah. Now that I got all those trees open, let's move on to the first step. But considering that it doesn't come in a booklet, tells me that it's not going to be a very long build in the first place. But the Going Merry is so cute. So yeah, apparently my girlfriend was out shopping one day, and she went to the store and found all these crazy little model kits. And she was like, I found something she wanted to be a surprise, and it was this. I wanted her to show me because I actually have a model kit on pre-order of the Thousand Sunny. It's like the slightly bigger ones, but I'm still waiting on Big Bad Toy Store for it to come on sale because they've just been saying that it's gonna come out Q1 and now it's Q2, so they moved the date. So a little bit miffed about that, but whatever, it's okay. Anyway, looks like we're gonna be taking Tracy. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen the Going Merry in such a long time. Oh, sorry if my head oh yeah, my nose is right there. Hello. I'm gonna try not to be in the shot, but you know, who knows. I might turn the light on actually. I have the window open. Which is also one of my favorite parts about this setup is how I just have the window right here, easy access, so I don't have to worry about the lighting as much, but we'll still keep that on in case the sun sets. C14 and C15. Oh, okay. And looks like we're putting on our first stickers already. I'm gonna keep these in the corner here somewhere. Now, if I was more talented, I would probably just paint these on, but we're gonna assume I'm not very talented at all. I do want to get at some point up to the mastery of model kits where I can just start painting them, because painted model kits look so much nicer than the stickers. For the very least, I would prefer I still would prefer water slide decals, because look, they went to the trouble of texturing it, you know, the doorway and everything like that. So I feel kind of bad just slapping a sticker on top of it, you know. Like, the sticker can only get you so far. And granted, it is a small model kit, so I'm not like crying about it, because at the end of the day, it's very little detail that I'm not really gonna be seeing as much. But you know, it's part of the charm, like the intricacy of like how small it is, and yet you can still get that much detail. It's still very, very cool. Also, usually when I do model kits, I usually shove the keyboard to the side, but I just definitely do not have the space to do that with this desk, and it kind of works in my favor because now I just have OBS running in front of me. Oh gosh, I'm so excited about my new setup. So, the reason why I made the change, actually, is I've always felt kind of cramped in my room, but, the straw, let's say, is, I bought a Ring Fit for my Switch, and, I bought Ring Fit for my Switch, and it requires you a certain amount of space, and the space that I had was fine for it. It's just that, I needed to move my chair. So, like, the way my room was set up, I had the desk, the chair, and then my bed, and the chair was kind of, like, fit in this rectangular area where I couldn't really do anything when I was, I couldn't really do anything if I had the chair there, and usually I would be able to shove it in a corner, but, because I had, like, the dog's, like, pee pads in the corner where I would normally shove the chair, I no longer had access to it, and so I just had to, I just had to shove the, like, literally when I was playing Ring Fit, I would have to shut the door and lock it so that people wouldn't accidentally walk in and, like, knock the chair over or whatever. Or not knock the chair over, but knock the chair into the desk, into my PC, and stuff like that. So, like, I had to just lock the door. And it was very inconvenient if, you know, like, if I got tired, if I needed water, and I had to move the chair over. I hated it. And that was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I was just like, listen, I can't keep doing this. This is very annoying to me. God, I wish I could read these Japanese symbols that are on here, because they're labeled by letters. Or, you know, they're in alphabetical order as much as you're gonna get alphabetical order with Japanese characters. So one thing I do know about this set is that here are just lots of stickers up there. So that's like its main gripe. Was that a lot of people's gripe with it was that the amount of stickers in it was like insane. But like I said, if I was more talented to paint it, I would be more inclined to complain. But I don't know how to paint model kits, and so, you know, who am I? I don't think it matters which one I put in here. Very snappy though. That felt really good. I'm so excited. This is my first One Piece build, and this is my first non-Gundam build, actually, ever, maybe? I know for a fact on stream, this is the first time I built a Gundam, or I built something that is not a Gundam, so, I'm very excited about that, but just also excited at the prospect of building something One Piece related. I love this property so much, so very excited. These doors? Oh, the doors are shaped differently. I gotta make sure I'm putting the right doors on everything. You know what? These doors are decent. These stickers are decent quality enough. I still think that if I'm gonna go with either, stickers or water slide decals, I think my vote is still gonna have to be water slide decals, because I still think that those are a lot cooler. Are they a lot harder to put on? Maybe, but I tend to like water slide decals a lot better because they look a lot nicer, and also it's kind of like painting. some very intricate stuff on there, you know? God, especially this one, like you have like the doorknob and the doorknob, and it's like you lose that bit of detail when you have it just as plain old sticker on top. Oh, unfortunate. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Tiny sticker time. Where's my little tweezers? Actually, the tweezers might not help. Tweezers might be very detrimental to this, actually. That's so funny. I'm also just trying to figure out the logistics of like streaming a model kit that I would need to paint. I'm so worried that like the sticker's just gonna fly away. Because painting a model kit is gonna take a lot more time and effort. I would need to pre-paint everything, I think. Because I want to just be able to put the thing together. I think that's also my biggest problem, is like trying to figure out how to paint it and when. I think the easiest would be to paint them straight onto the tray. But, you know, I don't know how good that would look afterwards either. So it's gonna have to be a question for later. Or if I'm gonna go that route, I might have to like pre-record my stuff, because I know like I love building model kits, and I love doing them on stream. This one? Oh, that. Why is this telling me the exact same steps? Oh, they're opposite sides. I see. Oh, okay, and do it again. A11. I see. They're just very similar. It's been a while since I've seen the Going Merry. Or the Merry Go? I don't know what it's called. On the box it says the Going Merry. Apparently, and I'm forgetting now which one, but either in the manga or the anime, it's called the Merry Go. And I forget which one I'm used to, but I tend to like the Going Merry. I think in the manga it's called the Going Merry, but in the anime, or at least the English version, it's called the Merry Go. I tend to like the Going Merry a lot more, but I understand the Merry Go Round, like that's the name that it's supposed to be, so I understand. Also interesting that this side gets like bigger windows, but they look like very, very similar pieces. I'm looking at the amount of stickers on this thing, and it's like, oh, a lot of these are portholes. I also see these. These are like stripes for the back sail. Aft sail, is that what it's called? I'm not gonna pretend I'm up on my ship parts, because I love pirate stuff, but I'm very not knowledgeable on ship parts. I used to be, then I just... Oh. Are they... You know, I don't think this is supposed to go in here. Because... this guy doesn't fit quite right in here. Oh yeah, it's very, very subtly... Alright, don't do what I did, because, like, I put the wrong set of stairs on one side, and it was supposed to be... One of these stairs is just ever so slightly smaller than the other one. Because you need to be able to fit that. You need to be able to fit this behind it. That's crazy. It's so interesting building a thing that is not like a robot. I'm so excited about this. I'm also like extremely grateful to my girlfriend for like finding this in the first place. She's very sweet to me. Like, she went to the store and found these, so it's the first thing she thought it was to get it for me. So, very, very thankful to her. Very, very kind. Time to do the outside of the ship, it looks like. See, like, this would be a fun model kit to, like, paint over and stuff like that. With, like, a, oh my gosh. Are the little dots separate? Oh, no, it's not. It's just... The little bits are separate out. Gonna have to figure out how to put these on one by one. Are these water slide? No, these aren't water slide decals. I was like, I thought the little Straw Hat logo itself was a water slide decal. Okay. Oh, I see. It's like sectioned off like this because there's also like a white. There's like also like a white strip going in it. Yeah, see, I feel like this model kit specifically would be fun to paint because of like how, like, it's kind of simple, but at the same time it's also like extremely complicated. Oh gosh, there's like these little rivets in here that's gonna like mess up like the placement of these stairs. But it's okay. We do what we can. Which one of these? Something like that. I'm just curious to see how to put these on. That, like, absolutely ruining it. Upside down. That doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It matters to me. What I do with this, just to make sure I'm putting it on correctly. Oh, I see. There, it's like slightly bent to account for it. I see. Like, look, it's even in the picture. That's interesting. That makes sense, because like the ship itself is in, you know, it's gonna curve around, obviously. I feel like they did what they could in terms of like sticker placement and whatnot. I feel like the bigger model would just have this be a separate piece instead. I feel like. So it looks kind of like it does not, like, this doesn't look as clean to me. But I think if I knew how to paint, I'd be more inclined to just paint it. But it's all good. I do love how, like, it's shiny, it's almost reflective, but it's not like it's not like blasting like light into me. Because it's supposed to be like a shiny silver color, but it's also supposed to be black. It's supposed to be metal, so it's reflective like metal, but it's not like silver. It's still like a black color. So that's pretty interesting, I think, to do that effect. Neat. Alright, this says this one is one day I'll learn my Japanese characters. Today's not that day. I was on my way to like learning Japanese actually very recently, but I had to stop because I was learning Spanish at the same time, and like I felt like dividing my attention between the two kind of prevented me from learning. So I figured I would need to learn Spanish more than I need to learn Japanese. Stick with Spanish, up to a certain degree. And if there's gonna be a certain point where I'm like, okay, I think I'm good. I can just ask my girlfriend for some pointers, but like I need to learn like basic sentence structures and whatnot, and I need to learn enough words to carry a slight conversation. And once I can handle that, I think I'm okay. I think I'm doing okay in Spanish. I think that I'm learning semi-adequately. I like to think that I am, at least, because it would be nice. Like, I think I just need to listen to Spanish more, because I haven't heard enough Spanish for me to know how to, speak it. Because I know I can speak Spanish, but like if I speak Spanish, I'm gonna get to a point where I'm gonna talk to somebody and they're gonna try to talk back at me, and I'm like, I have no idea what they're saying. Because that's usually the fear, right? Like you try to flex your Spanish and then somebody comes at you and with more words than you know. I'm like, oh, they didn't teach this to me. I don't know that word yet. Putting on These are all the stickers. Time for the other side ship. I've been making a conscious effort to buy more One Piece memorabilia. I have a lot of little interests in a lot of little things, and so I'm trying to, you know, manage my finances by like, don't buy absolutely everything from everything, but you know, just picking and choosing certain things. Sometimes I can't. I get extremely like hyper focused, or right, my little hyper obsession with like things. As soon as I my first instinct whenever I interact with like a new thing, it's like, oh, I need to buy merchandise for it immediately because it's so cool. I just wanna buy everything. The other day, or yesterday, my friend and I went to go see Evil Dead Rise. I almost went, oh my god, I should get myself that Ash figure that I saw at Target that same day, and I was like, what am I doing? I don't care about Evil Dead that much. Like, it was a cool movie. It was a very cool movie, by the way. If you're a fan of Evil Dead Rise is a really cool movie. From my understanding, it is tonally dissonant compared to the rest of the franchise, in that it is played extremely straight. Like, it's just a horror movie. So if you're just a fan of horror movies, honestly, definitely go check it out. But if you're a fan of Evil Dead, just be warned that you're gonna need to come at it with that mindset that it's just gonna be a horror movie, because It was pretty fucking scary. But you know what? If you're an Evil Dead fan, and you are trying to get your friends to go watch it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I know about Evil Dead. It's that kind of comedy one, right?" And be like, "Uh-huh." It sure is. Halfway through the movie, I was waiting for it. Halfway through the movie, I was waiting for it. Just like, when does it get funny? Cause no, it's not that Evil Dead is funny. It's more like it's kind of campy almost, where it's kind of like it's still like a horror movie, but it's like there's like comedy bits to it. It's not like Shaun of the Dead or whatever the fuck, right? Or it could be the same genre where it's kind of like a half serious movie, but it's also at the end of the day could fit in as a comedy. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, it was a good. Anyway, Evil Dead Rise was super good. It was proper scary, is what I'll say. Hey, Amy. Speaking of watching Evil Dead Rise with my friend, Amy is the one that took me out to go watch Evil Dead Rise. And halfway through the movie, I thought you said it was camp. You lied. No, it was super good. It's such a good movie. Break in the first 3 movies are camp. They are. But I was under the assumption that, oh yeah, Evil Dead Rise. Oh yeah, cool. I still haven't gone back, and I didn't have time yesterday to go watch the. Oh, hydrate. I have my lip off. My water off in the bottle. Don't worry, there's water in here. Now there's no more water in there. But yes, I was severely under the impression that this was also gonna be kind of funny. But no, it was extremely scary, and in fact, it was one of the last few. Yay, hydration! It was one of the last, one of the most recent good movies that I've seen, like horror-wise, because horror is such a hard genre to do like properly, because like either it's so terrible that it's a hard watch, or it's so bad that it's like you're not even scared, like it's entirely one thing to rely exclusively on like jump scares or whatnot, and like the movie does do quite a few jump scares, but at the same time it still gets away with stuff that isn't jump scares, and it still does a good job of like portraying horror. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the movies that I watch that is like, oh, this is a horror movie, is usually like psychological horror, and like I end up walking away from the theater feeling very, very dumb. Like, I went to go see Barbarian with a friend of mine, and I walked out of that theater going like, holy shit, that movie was stupid as hell. And my friend was also like, yeah, that was weird. Um, and we both walked that way. Well, we both walked away from that. I was like, I felt so bad because I was like, man, like this is such a terrible idea to go. You know, like I had never hung out with this person before, or like barely rather, and like to take them out to like a horror movie was like not the best idea in the world. But you know, oh well. never really hung out with them after that. I'm just like, okay, that's fair. And then and then I think the week after I went to go see Barbarian with that friend. The rest of the world went to go see it. I don't know, it just kind of hit. Like I think we saw it like opening weekend, and you know, reviews started hitting like a few days after that, and then um everybody else went to go watch it, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, this movie's so fucking deep, you guys. You should watch Barbarian. It's so good." And I was sitting there going like, "There's no fucking way everybody loves Barbarian. This is so fucking ridiculous." Like, I hated that movie. It was terrible. It was bad. But you know, something horror, something psychological horror, something. It's deeper than it actually is, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. I'm allowed to just watch a movie and just not think about it. That's why I watch Marvel movies. Like, as much as I love myself a good psychological horror, sometimes it's nice to just kind of watch a movie and like take it as it is. This movie's about the Evil Dead. What's the story that's gonna play out? And I'm sure that there's a lot deeper context for it. Like, you know, I'm sure gonna watch some sort of analysis video. 10 things you missed about the Evil Dead. It's gonna be like, oh, by the way, blah blah blah. Like, I'm sure something's gonna be about like, oh, pregnancy and baby and whatnot. You know, because the main character is pregnant. And I'm sure there's gonna be some sort of like, ooh, blah blah blah, plot. That's not a spoiler, by the way. It's like the first thing that happens. So you find out she's pregnant. But like, come on, does everything have to make you hashtag think? Does everything have to be so hashtag deep? So I love the return of like the movies. When we were one of the previews we saw for the coming attractions was a movie about a talking dog basically getting revenge on its owner because like he gets thrown out. I thought it was gonna be another sad dog movie that's gonna make me cry. Nope. I forget what it's called, but it's Will Ferrell. It's Will Ferrell as a talking dog. Did I miss something? Why is this one just here? Where is that supposed to go? Oh, at the front. Oh, I see it. It's funny that model kits is one of those things that model kits is one of those things that I've never seen an English model kit. Which, to be fair, it's all pictures, right? So it doesn't matter at the end of the day, right? But I just think it's very funny. Like, it's a piece of like merchandise that just never got translated. And they're not gonna start now. Because at the end of the day, yeah, it is just pictures, so who cares? I'm surprised they didn't make me paint the cannons. Or put a sticker on the cannon somewhere. Maybe at some point in the future, if I ever come across another one of these, I will go ahead and paint it. Because this looks like a really good starter for like painting model kits. Because it's like, it's so intricate. It's so intricate, but also there's enough here, and also like I'm familiar with the brand. Time to slide this the other way. Slide this the other way. Sure. There's so many little slots going in there that I'm just like, oh, one of them is off. One of them's just slightly off balance. I wonder what goes in front of the staircase. There's like little holes in there. Anyway. Yay! There's a boat! Next step. There's like little lines indicating which side to put up. I wonder why that is. I wonder what the distinction is. Oh, this is the very back of the boat. I think. If I'm remembering the shape of the boat correctly. I don't think I am, actually. You know what? The stickers aren't so bad. Considering how small this is, it's surprising. And I was like, you know, if they're gonna build a model kit for like 1,000 for like the One Piece ships, it's got so many little bits in it that like I think putting stickers on it like this was the only solution they could have had. You know, other than increasing the price on this by like hella. So pretty grateful. And it looks. I'm pretty grateful that it looks as nice as it does, honestly. But yeah, this is super cool. This is the rudder. Again, it's just extremely grateful to Michael for getting this one. It's very sweet. This is the first thing she thought was to get this. I recently went out to go see her. Had a really fun time hanging out and stuff. I wonder why there's two of these. There's only one. This song almost sounds like copyright-free The Ecstasy of Gold, or whatever that song is. Yeah, we went to go. We went out, saw, you know, my friends have already, you know, heard me talk their ear off about this. It was just so good to see her, honestly. It was really fun. I did have to hitch a plane to go see her, and I realized that, wow, not that I'm scared of planes, but, well, planes are kind of freaky. I haven't been on a plane in like several years. The last time I was on a plane was probably 10 years ago, let's say. Who knows? But either way, it was such a long time that to get on a plane now is very, very frightening. So I'm glad I got over that fear. I'm talking to a couple of friends about the next time I go see them, if I can bring them along with me, just so that I don't think I'm scared of planes anymore, but it would still be nice to make that trip out with them because it was kind of far. Oh, it's this. She's just floating like that, huh? I'm gonna trust it, because that's what the drawing says at the bottom here. next page. Whatever that is. This thing's kind of confusing. Oh, here it is. Oh, that's why I have two sets of those little bolt-looking stickers for that specifically. I wonder if the keel on this breaks off also, just like it does in the series. Oh, it's white? I never even realized that. The keel itself is actually white. That's interesting. I didn't even know that. I never watched One Piece. I always just read it because it was so much easier to go through. So much easier to go through than if I just like watched it. I'm sure watching it you get a very different sense of attachment to the characters though. Like you actually have like color and sound to associate these characters with, whereas, you know, I'm just going off of what I remember from what I've heard. And so it's not quite the same. Like I'm going to like One Piece Odyssey and like I played a bunch of the One Piece games, so like I'm entirely aware of how these characters sound. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really match up quite to, you know, if you were to experience it yourself and like watch like hundreds of episodes with these characters and like get to know them and like through the episodes and the filler and whatnot, I'm sure it's a very different experience. But it just I don't know, it's a very daunting task, like 1,000 chapters versus 1,000 episodes. Like at least with the chapters I could kind of like I could tell myself I'm gonna read 4 chapters. Hi. Speaking of my wonderful girlfriend who got this for me. Hi, Jade. But yeah, I was like, cause like I was able to get through like Dressrosa on Monday. That emoji is so unsettling. Who is that? What is it? I don't like that. So it's so scary. Who is that? Yeah, just like I feel like I mentioned going through One Piece before in like other videos, but like this is probably the most relevant video I've put out that I can talk about One Piece on. And like I was able to get through all of Dressrosa in one day, and Dressrosa is one of those arcs that a lot of people have a lot of trouble going through, because that's kind of when like the quality From what I've been told, that's when the quality of the anime dips quite a bit, and also it's also like the pacing of it, I can imagine, was also kind of a slog to go through. I know a lot of people have voiced issues with it. You know? So I'm hearing like squeaking and I'm thinking if it's my dogs or not. I'm starting to think I think it's just a song that's kinda squeaky. Which is it? Which one is it? It's supposed to be white. So whatever that is. Tiny little squares. Is there another sticker sheet that I'm missing? Shouldn't be. It should just be these two. Oh. There's that, but where's the other white piece? Unless there isn't. So it should be. Oh. You're off to dinner. Okay. Have fun. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Thank you again for this wonderful gift. I'm streaming the whole thing, so if you want to watch me build it later, totally can. Keep an eye out for more model kits that you think that I would like while you're out. That's very sweet of you. Yeah, for sure. I'll build them on stream for you. Anyways, so have fun at dinner. Play something from a stream library. I was thinking of playing Dredge, which is so Dredge was a game that I actually got for her, and found out it was a scary game, so she wants me to play it. So we'll see. I don't know. It depends on how long it takes me to finish this. It also depends on if I have the energy to do so. It's kind of loose. Oh, I think it's loose because I can replace it with a different piece, right? Isn't that the thing? Who knows? I think it's loose because there's a separate piece I can take it out and put the boat on like water or something like that. There's like an alternate piece that goes with it. We'll see it. Because I know there's like an alternate piece. There's like these things. I can see it right here. So there's this piece. The clear blue one is the stand, and then there's this, which I assume is like in case I want like submerged. Yeah. If I want it just flat on the ground like that. If I want it submerged in water. That's what it is. Oh, but it's telling me to. It's straight up just telling me to put it on the stand right now. Game gives you the heebie-jeebies. Can I snap me your outfit? Let's see your outfit. Sorry, stream, just for me. Aww. Aw, it's a little outfit you wore when you first saw me. Where's your little necklace? You were wearing a little necklace before. Oh, it's so cute. My girl loves her chunky sweaters and long skirts. It makes her look very, very cute. It's still broken? Oh, right, I completely forgot it broke. Oh, crap. I'm just gonna snap something like that. That's pretty cool. Oh, I like this. Oh, look. Oh, and there you go. That's how big it's gonna be. I can just see it right now. Ah, it's so neat. Okay. Let's see. More stickers. Looks like okay. You know what? Everyone's complaining about the stickers, but like I've used up most of it. And again, a lot of the stickers are concentrated on like specific little areas of the boat. So like, the sides may seem like it's a lot of stickers. But, almost all the stickers are right there. We should have fixed it while I was there. I mean, it's not like a terrible fix. You just have to like take it apart. I like the kid. Have fun building it. Thank you. I am having fun. Thank you for getting it for me again. I appreciate you. And I'll definitely build any more model kits that you send my way. For sure, for sure. I'm gonna take this off. All askew. Let me reapply that real quick. I'll send you a picture of this once I'm completely done building it. The sticker placement is not perfect, but it's better than it was before. One more. Just down the middle like that. I wonder why there's a line though. I wonder if that's on purpose. go. But it like kind of sticks into it. That's kind of funny. A10, A9. Oh, it's Nami's little tangerine grove. So adorable. Oh, there's an entire set of stairs. Oh, I see. The stairs aren't white. Also, there's more of them. That's kind of interesting, actually. There we go. Perfect. A9 is big piece. I don't know if that part... if these pieces are supposed to be hovering, but they are. I'm gonna assume they're supposed to be. It feels very sturdy, too. It's cool. Like, not like I'm gonna throw it around everywhere, but like, even as I was complaining about how loose this piece is, like, it's sticking on there, like, enough, you know? Even this little, like, holder piece, like, it's sticking on there, which is funny. Anyway, C16. All tiny one. A tiny little balcony. Or railing, rather. Too soon. There we go. More railing! Yes. I'm so excited. headphones on. Because it feels a little... not flimsy, but like... Unless I put something... I think, you know what, they might be wanting me to put something on top of that, so who knows. But I might want to glue that down anyway, so it doesn't shake around and about. Yeah, I think with this model kit, I could get away with painting it first before taking them off the tray. And even if I took them off the tray, I think it's one of those things where I could just like eyeball it. Except for the stairs, which, you know, just gotta remember to fit the right one in the right spot, but otherwise... I can get the page. This is the first time I'm noticing that the Going Merry barely has any defensive capabilities to it. And they're lucky they never got into like huge skirmishes with it. Meanwhile, the Thousand Sunny literally has like, I think, a laser cannon at the very front of the ship. Which, I mean, the ships in One Piece aren't really like, they're not really equipped to fight. You're using them more for vessels, because your actual fighting should be going on between like your actual people. It's like your people have freaking superpowers, so why even bother with the ship? Except for the marine ships, I think. I don't know. I mean, even the marines have like devil fruit users in them, so who knows? guys who are taking this on, let's see. 23. And those are all the portholes and window and doors. Right? Yes. Okay, just want to make sure I wasn't putting some sort. There's a secret mystery fourth door. You know. Wasn't even close. Oh man, the other day, Target was selling the high grade Gundam, the Gundam Aerial, and I almost just bought that instead of the. So the Gundam Aerial is such a, for whatever reason, it's such a high quality model kit that like it is literally flying off the shelves. The high grade. And high grades are usually like $20 or whatever. So that's part of the reason why it's flying off the shelves. It's just a really good build, it's a really cool design, and it's hard to stock. But my local Target, I think 2 or 3 of them that I went to had them. And I almost just bought that, but I've already had the full mechanics one pre-ordered off of Big Bad Toy Store, and honestly, Big Bad Toy Store is taking so long with their shipping. Every single time. I don't know what is happening to Big Bad Toy Store, but like literally everything that I've ordered from there has been delayed by like months and months and months. It's getting extremely infuriating at this point. I'm gonna need to move these on. Like the ship itself is very sturdy, but like it's a little right. Anyway, yeah, it's getting to be extremely frustrating at this point, because like I just want my stuff. Like I'll pay you the money, but like what ends up happening usually is they'll say something's on pre-order for really long, and then they'll charge you all at the same, because they get them all at the same time. And like it used to work out that, you know, pre-pandemic, Big Bad Toy Store was like clockwork. If it says April, it's gonna be May. If it says June, it's gonna be July. It's always gonna be the month after. I don't know what it is, but like it's always worked like that. The way that like production and shipping goes, it's always just kind of worked out that way, and that was fine, because that way I could allocate my funds. Because I know that if I order something that says it's gonna come in June, I need to make sure I have enough funds by July, and I just won't try to order anything from that same month, right? But now it's like I have a toy pre-ordered like months and months and months, and they all hit at the same time. And at the end of the day, it's still the same amount of money, but it's different when you're being staggered, like, you know, $50 here, $60, like $100 there, as opposed to, we're gonna take $400 from your bank account, all at the same time. And I'm like, huh? It's extremely frustrating, and I wish it wasn't like that. And I know that it's not entirely our fault, but like, you know, like, I think by now, it should be fixed, like the shipping and whatnot. Like I mean, freaking. I know that there's issues in the production line, but even PS5s are being in stock properly, and you know, I feel like at this point there's not really an excuse to come out with something so late like that. It just feels weird now, you know? And Big Bad Toys is a really nice store. It's just that I'm really worried that down the line it's just gonna. I feel like the pandemic really affected their ability to stock. Oh look, these things come with little dots for tangerines if you want to paint them on. See, I feel like if I'm ever gonna go back and get another model kit to paint it, it would be this one, because there's so many little intricate details in it that is optional. Like, it looks perfectly fine the way it is. But, like, I feel like if I wanted to, I absolutely think this is so good. Heck yeah. Gosh, here we go. You know what goes on top of that thing. Here he is. Oh, it's right there. Oh, I didn't even notice those. Put these on first. Where are they? Just I don't think it matters which eye goes where, but neither did they. Well, apparently it does. It's like shaped weird. It's like not a perfect concentric circle. Ah. Let me put it on properly then. Correctly. Oh, and I know I'm doing this off screen, but bear with me one moment. Because it's like tiny, so let me just keep it on the tray because this is one that I actually know to put on. No, that looks right to me. I also understand that this is like one of their older model kit sets. I feel like if they were to re-release this in the future, this is one of those bits that would come in pre-painted. I feel like Bandai has been doing a bang-up job with like model kits, and this is one of their earlier works that's a little bit harder to notice. But I think they've always consistently done really well when it comes to their model kits, so the captain's seat. So cute. Is it gonna focus? Is it gonna focus if I do this? Doubt it will. Oh, it's just gonna be blurry. Ow. And this goes right at the top of the front of the ship right here. Oh, and there it is. It's a Mary. There she is. Without the sails, obviously. There's like an extra cannon right there that I don't know what to do with. I'm gonna put this down here for now. But yeah. My entire foot fell asleep. It's sitting on it weird. don't know what all that Japanese text is telling me, but I can see that it is telling me to put on these stickers. Ta-da! Little tiny. I also considered for a while, there's this Etsy shop that is selling, there's this Etsy shop that is selling, Lego Thousand Sunny. That looked pretty cool to me too, but I'm like, no. One, I don't have room for it, and two, I'm already getting a Thousand Sunny. Big sale. Oh, there's even little tiny holes in it for in case you want to put some actual rigging in it. I know that with model kits for boats, that they design it specifically so that you can put actual rigging in it, which I've seen before. It's very cool. They have a thing for you to... Are these water slide decals? Let me look this up real quick. Because this sticker sheet feels... I think this actually might be a water slide decal. I think that's why there's a bunch of extra ones. Watch this video real quick on how to apply a water slide. I forgot.
So guys, yeah, we want to get up to
I'm gonna have to water slide this decal on. I don't want to do it here because it's a bunch of like, um, because it's like a bunch of like electronics that I need. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this out real quick. It's been a while since I put on a water slide decal, so I started to look it up. And let me be right back as I do this real quick, okay? Give me like 5 minutes. Alright, I'm back. um, so fun fact, it is not it is not a water slide decal. I want to show you what it looks like. I dipped this in water. So like the reason why I thought it was a water slide decal was like I was having a lot of trouble getting it off the thing, and I thought that the thing was peeling with it. No, the adhesive just is not working on it properly. So I did manage to break it free. Let me try to stick this on properly so that oh, there's like a slight divot so that you know it's straight. It's just it's just a really, really thin sticker. That might be too low actually. Oh, that's fine. It is still quite an ordeal to put it on there because it's like not at all a flat surface. Like I don't even know which side. Usually it's like you put it on like one side first, right? And then you just kind of like grease it out, right? But like here, it's like I don't even know. I don't even know which side to put it on first because it's like such a weird shape. I did think it was weird that they would add just like one water slide decal. Right? So, let me put this on and then tell you the story real quick before we continue with the build. Anyway, that looks really good. God, that looks so good. Oh, I love One Piece. Can I get rid of that little bubble right there? Somehow? I'm not gonna worry about it too much. That was about as clean as I could get it. Anyway, so when I was peeling it earlier, I don't know if you noticed, but like the little green part was like coming off with it. I was like, oh, maybe it's a water slide decal. That's what I thought. And then I noticed that it had like a transparent background on it. And that's usually a sign of like a water slide decal. But what I should have noticed is that water slide decals are not usually cut out like that. There's usually not a cutout for them. Or rather, well actually I don't know, because sometimes they are cut out like this where it's got a transparent background to it. Anyway, dip it in the water. It doesn't work. If you'll notice, so I was like, oh, I ruined it. So I said, oh well, maybe I can just glue it on. And so I started peeling it, and this whole thing came off of it. And I was like, oh, it's gonna have this on the back of it. Except, you know, this is one part here. This part stayed. So I was able to peel it from like this end, and I was able to free the sticker from the rest of this non-adhesive backing. And basically free the sticker from this thing. I can't describe to you the way that this piece of paper feels. Like it's like very like thin compared to this one, which just straight up just feels like a piece of paper. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on with the bit. I'm just glad I didn't ruin it, because man, that would have been really awful. I would have felt so bad. And I was like, oh no. Of course, they had more stickers. And this is like the last one. That's good. We can get rid of this. Because that's I wonder what that extra cannon is supposed to be for. There's still an extra. Oh, I see. It's just supposed to sit on the deck. Oh, it's literally just supposed to sit on the deck. Like, there's not like an attachment for it. Anyway. Where's the... I'm gonna shut the door real quick. Even went out of my way and grabbed, like, I grabbed the dish and I grabbed some Q-tips. Oh boy. Alright. I'm glad I didn't ruin it, because like of all the things to ruin it, the big giant straw hat logo at the front would have been the one. And you're like, oh boy. Anyway, let's continue with the build, shall we? The back sails now. What, the red part first? It's like red part on the very outside? Yes. Red part on the very outside. Something I also didn't notice, maybe it's on like other model kits I built, but like, there's a color guide right here. There's a swatch. So if you wanted to paint it yourself, there's a guide right. It even tells you like, this one is like 100% brown, this is like brown, it's like 80% brown and 20% white, I guess. You know, to make it a lighter brown, which I think is very cool. But they give you like, not only did they give you the option, they encourage it, and like here's a guide. We're just gonna do this very, very calmly. I'm so excited to put this up on my shelf. Like I said, I'm trying to get more One Piece memorabilia, and girlfriend's more than happy to indulge me on that one. Cause I'm like looking at my shelf, so like part of like anytime I do like any sort of big change in my room, anytime I do some sort of like huge movement, that's when I take inventory of my things, and it's kind of like, alright, which part of this can go? Which of these is allowed to just leave? And you know, first thing I usually look at is like the merchandising, toys, you know. like, what toy can I get rid of to make more room for whatever. And this most recent move, I was feeling it last time, but I was able to work it out. But like, especially this time, I'm just like, I have too many things. Like, I can't even decide. It doesn't even look like I'm into one specific thing. Like a coworker of mine showed me their One Piece collection, and it's like their whole shelf was One Piece, and it's like that's all that they collect, and it's cool. And I wish I was like that. I wish I could like stick with one thing, because being into everything, it's expensive very, very quickly. You know? Like, if I'm gonna be spending all that time and money on something, it'd be cool if it was like one thing. But I've spread myself out really thin when it comes to stuff. On one hand, it's really easy to buy me gifts or whatever, because I'll be happy with like a trinket, like a keychain. It's like, oh, it's Persona. But like, at the same time, it's like, oh, literally everything is interesting to me. And that's a problem in and of itself. But One Piece hits my love for anime and also my love for pirates, so it's like a two-for one. So this works out really well. Most recently, though, I'm into Star Wars again, because I've always loved Star Wars as a kid, and just getting back into Star Wars, especially now that is it Jedi Survivor is coming out next Friday. Very excited for that. I also bought myself like I had pre-ordered, so like because of Big Bad Toy Store. Oh, this is the other thing. My other issue with Big Bad Toy Store is like this toy said it wasn't gonna come out until like August. Well, it's out, and then if you look at it, it's still on pre-order. So like they're just randomly getting figures, which is it's cool that I was able to get mine, but it's like it's too inconsistent for me, and I love that store. It's just that it's getting to be extremely stressful because I can't figure out how to handle my finances if they can't handle theirs. If they can't handle their shipping information. Like that Gundam Aerial that I have pre-ordered is supposed to be out now. But I don't know if I'm actually gonna get it. Because I don't know if Big Bad Toy Store even got their shipment. You know? It's unfortunate. But, they did just give me my order for Cal Kestis, the Jedi Survivor one. And I like his outfit in Jedi Survivor. It kind of reminds me of Han Solo. Especially since he has a gun now. Or blaster, sorry, excuse me. And I went back and finished Jedi Fallen Order. I wish I had finished it back then. Or rather, I wish that I had more to play than now, because like I was literally at the final level, so I had unlocked a bunch of the mechanics and I just didn't know how to use them. So that was a bit of a struggle for me. I'm thinking of doing a New Game Plus playthrough of that until Jedi Survivor comes out. But considering I won't even be able to stream until next Wednesday, kind of a lost cause, I think, at that point. I hit the end of my work week and it's like my day off, and it's like streaming isn't the first thing on my mind, unfortunately. It would have been back then, but I'm so lazy now. I will be streaming Jedi Survivor whenever I get it, though. It said I'm supposed to be getting it on release, but we'll see. Amazon. I know for sure one game I am going to be streaming is FF16. Not the whole game. Absolutely not. That's an RPG. Oops. but I will be doing like a single session at least. That's gonna be another one of my console games. I'm gonna see how that works with my new setup also, because my new setup kind of requires me to... I mean, I could comfortably play my console games from my computer chair, but also, I could also just be sitting on my bed. So we'll see how that goes. I'm also trying to figure out how to, because I'm thinking of upgrading my TV soon to like a 4K television. Oh, that's one singular piece. Oh, and it comes with the flag. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, it's just my TV is fine. It's just it only does 1080, and considering I now have a PS5, I was like, let me take full advantage of that at least. You know, like let me take the time. Because what's the point of getting this console if I'm not gonna experience it? I was never really like a huge fan of it in the first place. I was like, for 4K, whatever. Because like my sister has a 4K television, I literally couldn't tell the difference. She was like, well, I'm thinking of getting a new TV. I was like, okay. She was like, do you want my old one? I was like, you know what, fine. I'm not gonna say no to a free TV, honestly. P9? Wait, there's a... Oh, there sure is. Wow, I would have missed that. looks like it's not even like attached. It's just kind of like hangs there. So that's very funny. Is that real? Is that anime accurate? It just kind of hangs there. Okay. I mean, considering I didn't even know that the Thousand Sunny had just a freestanding cannon on the deck like that. Oh, I see. This is supposed to be, there's supposed to be like a line going through it. And I'm just kind of chilling in the back right there. It's so funny. Alright, I'm just admiring it. I know that that's not true, but I'm gonna leave the hook off if it's alright with you. But that's it! That's the Going Merry. Such a nice, cute build. Oh, here. There's the optional version of it. If I cut this free, comes with, oh, ew, I don't like the way that feels. Because it's such like a, it feels kind of gluey, this piece of plastic. You know, it's supposed to be water, so it doesn't make this disgusting. It's waves. And so the idea is that instead of the stand, take the bottom piece off. And oh, that's such a good effect actually. That's really cool. I'm trying to figure out a way to aim it, but like it makes it look like it's submerged into the water. That's cool. In the back right there. Oh, it's just the steps 11. That is the Going Merry. What a fun little build. This is my first non-Gunpla build on stream, and I think ever, really. Well, that's not true. When I was a child, I built like a Zoid. That was like a really long time ago. But I can't recall the last time I built something that wasn't Gunpla. But I'm glad the very first thing I did on stream besides Gundam was One Piece, and it's the Going Merry! I always said the Thousand Merry. The Going Merry, it's so cute. So like, you know, this is Straw Hat's first ship. It holds a lot of memories for One Piece fans, and you know, the Straw Hats themselves, obviously. You know, it's their little caravel that took them out on their first voyage into the Grand Line. Took them from the East Blue into the Grand Line up the. This little ship went up into the only sky island that they've ever been on so far, I think. Um, so cool. Very, very cute. And I love this little option to have it displayed with like water around it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet how I'm gonna display it, but I'm glad that I have that little option, so I need to figure out a place to put that. But for now, I think I'm gonna keep it in this little stand right here. It's very cute. Put it with the camera, so it's easier to see. Oops. Do that. See a little bit of the magic right there of the of the OBS going. But yeah, there we go. There it is. I was like waiting for it to focus. Wow, such a cool little ship. You know, it took me a couple hours, obviously, because you know, but I'm glad that it was like a nice, easy build. You know, the Thousand Sunny, or so, I keep saying that. The Going Merry is not that complicated of a ship, but it's still a very cool looking ship. Here, since we have it at this angle, I'll do this. Take the bottom off. Right, can I do that? With one hand, and then take this off? Just so you get an idea of what that looks like. Now it can be sailing across forever and ever. Oh, and look, the silver, or like the metal, quote unquote metal part of the hull reflects really nicely onto that water thing. It looks really cool. But yeah, I think we're gonna call that a stream. Thank you so much for watching. If you missed any part of the stream, or if you just want to rewatch any part of this build, it'll be up on my YouTube at youtube.com/Soromoto. We have been listening to medieval Celtic music and fantasy Celtic music by Celtic Music World. If you're ever curious about that. So I appreciate these channels for having this music available. Again, I believe it's royalty free. If it's not, then this whole thing will be silenced. So woohoo! But yeah, if you miss any part of this, stream, it'll be up on my YouTube at youtube.com/Soromoto. If you found this on YouTube, and if you want to catch my streams live, I stream live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Soromoto. I'd really appreciate it if you came by, give me a follow. Next stream will probably be Dredge or Jedi Survivor. That's my plan, at least. So, you know, subject to change. If you want to be notified of any future changes when it comes to my stream, follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Soromoto. Hit me up there. My DMs are open, I think. Who knows? But if you, that would be the place to, for me, that would be the place to come talk to me, would be through Twitter, twitter.com/Soromoto. But besides that, I hope you all had a fantastic day, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, stay safe, take care, and peace out. Bye-bye!